Hello, everybody. It's the Sean Show. Welcome back. Episode 22. Rolling on. Here we go. It's NFL Week 11. We're doing our picks and we're doing our bets. Welcome to the show. Let's go. We got a big week this week, so let's kind of just get into it. Let's quit dicking around. So, whipping up the agenda, it's a short one today. I want to talk about the little plug. As always, show changes. We could probably start getting rid of that now, since we're in a whole new iteration of the show, I guess you could say. And then we've got the picks and the bets for week 11. So let's get to the plug. This is the Sean Show, Monday, Tuesday, Friday and Saturday. Today is considered Saturday. I know it is a Friday in the US. But we do our picks and we do our bets for the NFL Sunday football games on today's show. So let's get to it. Basically, just if you're looking at the schedule and you're in the US, just think of me as a day in the future. And there you go. Monday we'll go over the Sunday football games, which should have just finished, etc., etc., etc. So let's get to it. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Here we go. First game of the week. What the hell? We've got Packers versus the Chicago Bears in Chicago. Do believe this is the first time they're playing this season. Let's have a quick look at their depth charts. I'm gonna go Packers here. I don't see a reason to go any other way right now. If we look at the weather, we've got it looks like mostly cloudy, 56 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 mile-an-hour winds. Kind of hefty winds in the Windy City, but it's gonna be a nice day. It should be a nice day, it looks like. Still, I'm going to go with the Packers. Let's have a look at this. Looking fairly healthy over here. I heard Jordan Love is feeling the best he's ever felt since the injury. The bye week came in clutch. On the Bears side, they are looking a bit more beat up. These guys have problems on the offense. These guys definitely have some problems. So I'm going to say go Packers. Go Pack go. I would not be surprised if, let me get an extra little pad here for an extra set of bets. Oh, how unorganized am I? Too unorganized. Hear this paper? That's me doing my fucking thing. Alright, so let's go. Caleb Williams. Interception. Now on my sports book, I can usually only pick one interception. I can't pick multiple interceptions. If I could, I likely would pick 2 at least interceptions on Caleb Williams. Either way, go Pack go. It is a divisional game, so it could be a close one. It really shouldn't be a close one, but it can be. Keep that in mind. Oh, okay. I forgot to do this. Can't see what the people's records are at home and away. Is there a way for me to see this? I just want to see if I can see this. Team stats. Kicking, penalties, miscellaneous. Nah, none of that. Gotta find out where I can find this information though. There's the odds right there. Packers are favored. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Lions versus the Jaguars. Get the Lions, get the Jags. This one, I'm also going to go the Lions. They have no good reason to be losing this game. It's inside dome. There's a 5% chance of rain, 53 degrees Fahrenheit, 10-mile-an-hour winds. Like I said, they are in a stadium that can close or that is closed off. So that shit likely shouldn't affect the game. Let's have a look at the depth charts. The visiting team, Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is still out. This is a Mac Jones game. Did not do great last week, I believe. Tank Bigsby is also out, but Travis Etienne Jr. will be running the ball. Gabe Davis is healthy. Evan Ingram is healthy. I'd have a look at probably Evan Ingram over in receptions. Receptions over. A tight end is a quarterback's best friend in a very difficult game. Let's have a look at the Detroit Lions side. They're looking healthy. Sam Laporta is out, and they are pretty banged up on the defensive side of the ball. I still think they win this game. Only taking 19 points per game. You know, put up 31 at least. I think in my milli bet, I've got the Detroit Lions to score their team over, which might be 30 points. I just feel like they're just going to hammer them. I just feel like they're going to hammer at home. If this Detroit Lions team can score, they will score. Next game. Excuse me. Alright, moving on. We've got the Raiders at Miami. This one, I am going Miami. Miami's starting to figure their shit out. I do believe they won against the Rams. Is that correct? No, I'm talking absolute shit. They lost their last game against the Bengals. No, wait. What am I talking about? They did. They beat the Rams. Alright, let's go look at the Raiders depth chart here. First up, let's have a look at the weather. What have we got? It's partly cloudy. 78 degrees Fahrenheit, so it looks like one of the hotter games of the week. And 12-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know a whole lot about the Dolphin Stadium, but they seem like strong winds. Alright. Offensive line is looking a bit beat up for Las Vegas Raiders. Aiden O'Connell is still on IR. Desmond Ridder ready to go, but I don't think they'll play him. They're going to rock with the Minch. Defense is also looking fairly healthy. Let's go over to the Miami Dolphins. A bit beat up, but these are not first stringers. It's okay. The offensive line's looking a bit sore. Defense is healthy as shit. I'm still gonna go Dolphins. They've got a better chance of putting up points than this Raiders team. They've just got a better chance of putting up points, and as if you can see here, the average opponent points taken by the Raiders is higher than the Miami Dolphins, so that should probably become a factor in this game. We are going Dolphins, just like everybody else. Do see a little bit of an upsetty Betty there. Do see a bit of an upsetty Betty. What is the odds like, actually? Oh, we don't get to see them, and I'm not going to look at them up. Next game we have... Where is this Vikings game? It's down there. We've got the Rams at New England. I'm probably going to go with the Rams here, just like everybody else, except for 15% of them who think the Patriots can actually win this game. So what have we got? We're looking pretty good. Couple of IRs over on this side of the ball, nothing crazy. Defense is going to defense. And the New England side, offensive line's fairly beat up. Cole Strange. And the defense is also looking kind of sore. I'm still going to go with the Rams here. They're just Got a better firepower. Got a better chance of scoring points in the game, and that's what you need to win the game. So we are going with them. I would not go with an upsetty Betty here. I mean, this is saying that it could possibly be an upsetty Betty, but I'm not biting on that. What's the weather like? We are looking for New England, Rams, New England. Looks like it's going to be a fairly nice day. 57 degrees Fahrenheit, 7-mile-per-hour winds. No chance of rain. Good day for football. I think the Rams take this one. Moving on. What do we got? The Browns versus the Saints. This one's a fairly even game. I think I have omitted this one from my parlay. I do get to omit a few games every week. It's only a 9-leg parlay. Only. It is a 9-leg parlay, so parlay. My God, man. It's a 9-leg parlay. So I do get to omit a few of the games every week. Let's have a look at the Browns here. We got Jameis Winston. Came in, balled out. Next week, he just shat the bed. Gave us a regular Jameis Winston stat line, I guess you could say, with 3 interceptions. They're looking fairly healthy on their offensive side of the ball. The defense is not too bad either. The New Orleans Saints are looking kind of healthy. Jamal Williams is out, but you've got Alvin Kamara. Chris Olave is still not in. Bub Means is also not in. Without the Bub Means, I might want to take the Browns. They are in the second game with their interim head coach, their special teams coach, who played a big part in promoting and proposing the dynamic kickoff that we see today. He's a great coach. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. I would not be surprised if they continue to win this game. It is going to be a tight one. It is not a divisional team. We've got an AFC versus an NFC team here. Who to pick? I am likely to take the Saints at home. Winston did play for the Saints for a little bit, so they should understand how he plays. I would not be surprised if he throws a pick. Jay Winston, interception. We'll add that to our extra bet. We'll pop this one up in a YouTube community post. But that's gonna be my pick for that game. I think we looked at the weather here. No, we didn't. It should be in the Superdome there. So yeah, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. So it should be a fairly hot day. 1% chance of rain. It looks like 10-mile-an-hour winds, but it doesn't matter. They are in a dome. I'm going with New Orleans Saints. This one, I'm not going to call it an upsetty betty, but the Browns can win this game. Moving on. This is the big one. Ravens versus the Steelers. Battle for the AFC. What do we got? Baltimore going into Pittsburgh. I'm not sure if I think I may have put the under on this game. I think I may have put in the under for this game. This is a hefty rivalry. It's usually a low-scoring affair. I think the under's going to serve us well. This Ravens offense is a different beast, though, and this Pittsburgh Steelers team can score a nice average above 20-something a game. So we could hit the over, but I'm kind of feeling it's going to be a low-scoring affair, as these divisionals generally are. So these guys looking very healthy on their offensive side of the ball, looking fairly healthy on the defensive side. These guys are healthy on the offense, kind of starting to run a bit thin on the defense, but they're one of the best defenses in the league. Only 16 points taken per game. This is a real tough one. I'm going to take this. I'll take the Steelers at home, simply because they are at home. They're a great defense. They can hold up. This is going to be one of the games to watch. I know I did complain earlier in the week, well, I think it was yesterday, about the game being boring to watch because it was such a defensive game. Forget what I said. Forget what I said. A good display of defense is a great thing to watch. It's just hard to watch when you're expecting first downs and shit like that. Punts aren't the funnest thing to watch. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers here. This one could go either way. This is a massive game. This is one of those games that matters. This one actually matters. If we're having a look at games here that actually matter, this one doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a big game for the Packers because it is divisional. They're going to want that divisional record. We'll see what's going to happen when Detroit versus Vikings. That is not that week. That's not this week, but we will eventually see what happens there. And the Packers, to get a good spot, they're going to have to win games. And having a positive divisional record does not hurt. This game does not matter that much for the Lions or the Jags. This game also kind of doesn't matter that much. This one matters for the Rams. They really do need to start winning out to be competitive in their division, or at least to try to clinch / take it over. So they have to win this one. Patriots are kind of out of it. They're just playing spoiler at this moment for the rest of the season, likely. Saints, what's going on with this division? I think they need to win out. I really do think they need to win out. It's going to be hard in the NFC to make it through with 7 losses. But they're going to have to try and win out. I do believe the Bucks have the easiest schedule out of the rest of the NFC South coming up. Either way, this game matters to the Saints. It doesn't matter shit to the Browns. They're not going anywhere this season. This is a huge one. I would watch this game. Next up, we have Vikings versus the Titans. This really should be the Vikings game. I am going to do this pick just because I want it to happen. And also because I've heard so much about a Sam Darnold regression. And this defense is pretty good. Defense is pretty good. I don't know about this stat right here, but could just be from a pretty poor start of the season. Let's have a look at their schedule, sorry. 24 points, 30, 20, 30, 52, 20, 27. Yeah. We'll have a look at this. These guys are healthy. They're pretty healthy. These guys, the Tennessee Titans, a bit more beat up. Arguably more beat up. It is a home game. Anything can happen in the NFL. My picks don't matter, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm going to go with the Titans just because I want that to happen. Weather? What's happening with the weather? There's a slight chance of rain showers. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 mile an hour winds in Tennessee. Let's hope it rains. For my pick's sake, let's hope it rains. Next game. I think I've probably got Vikings money line there in my parlay though. Alright, Colts going into New York. New York seem to be the favorites here. Do you believe the Colts are going with Anthony Richardson again? They're like, you know what? This season's kind of fucked. Let's just try to get Anthony Richardson playtime. Get him to figure this shit out. Offense is looking healthy. Defense is looking pretty healthy on the New York Jets side. Offense is looking healthy. Devontae Adams is questionable. Listed as questionable illness wrist. Okay. Logged to full practice though. Starting left tackle is out. Jake Hansen, left guard, is out. Defense is looking healthy as well. Let me just have a quick peek over here. Now Jets are the favorites here. Fuck it. I'm not drinking this Jets Kool-Aid bullshit anymore. I am done with it. I am done with it. Breece Hall. Probably rushing it over. This Colts team is kind of ass against the run. I would likely take Breece Hall rushing over for this game. Don't like anybody for touchdowns. It's not a good game. Let's have a look at the weather. What's going on in New York? It's going to be mostly cloudy. 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 8-mile-an-hour winds, not very strong winds. Looks like it's probably going to be humid. I don't know what New York is like, but if it's going to be 61 degrees and mostly cloudy, I'm assuming it's going to be a humid game. I'm talking shit because I don't know the weather at all. But I am going to go the Colts. Football gods do not like the Jets. End of story. Next pick. I wouldn't watch this game. I would not bother watching this game. This game doesn't matter for shit. If the Colts win, it could start to matter. Let's have a look at their division, sorry. If they win, it could start to matter. Especially since the Texans are versing... Oh, shit. Alright. Yeah, they need to start winning out. They can still make the playoffs. But I wouldn't watch this game. Avoid watching this game. Bleep. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Atlanta Falcons. I do believe a lot of people are favoring Atlanta over Denver. Yeah, Denver is the favorite. I myself do like Denver. They got a very good defense. Almost won last week against the Chiefs. I do like Bo Nix to get a touchdown. He is in my milli bet to do that. I think I maybe took Denver moneyline. My parlay this week is very moneyline heavy. I have stopped fucking around with handicaps. They don't do me too great. We're trying moneyline. We're trying moneyline this week, guys. Let's have a look at these depth charts. Like I said, I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going with the Broncos. But this could be a very tight game. It is a meaningful game for both teams. Currently third in the AFC West, but they only have 5 losses, which is fairly competitive in the AFC. And these guys are first in the NFC South, and they want to keep on winning games to hold on to that lead. Because like I said, Tampa's schedule is... Oof. Are they playing this week? Tampa's not playing this week. Tampa is not playing this week. I just want to show you this Tampa Bay schedule. Giants, Panthers, Vikings, Chargers, Cowboys, Panthers, Saints. These are very likely to be all W's. Falcons need to win. This is a meaningful game for the Falcons. And for the Broncos, why'd I get rid of that? I know it says that they're third. But like, they're only one behind the Chargers. Chargers are versing the Bengals this week, so Not 100% win. And within the conference, in the AFC, like they're right there. They're right there in a playoff seed spot. This is a meaningful game for them. So, moving on from that, let's check out the health of these guys. These guys are looking fairly healthy. Their defense is banged up. If they start getting injuries in this game, that could really cripple them. And these guys are way healthier. Let's have a look at the weather. There's a chance of snow. There's a chance of snow here. 52 degrees Fahrenheit, 3-mile-an-hour wind. So, not windy at all. Chance of snow. I think I've got Bo Nix for a touchdown in my parlay, like I said. Would not be surprised if Bijan Robinson maybe has an over in carries or something. Don't know about that. Depends if it does snow. I don't think it tells me the chance of snow. No, it doesn't. But if it snows, you can bet they're probably not going to be wanting to throw that ball. Snow's a tough one. Snow's a super tough one. I'm going to still go with the Broncos. I think the defense does enough to make it competitive for the offense to get down there and at least score 3 touchdowns, kick a field goal or something, hit 21 points. Should be able to win the game. Moving on. Boom, boom. I would watch this game. I think this one's going to be a good game to watch. Defensively, there's probably not going to be a lot happening on the offense. There's probably going to be a lot of stops and stuff, but I do think it's going to be a close game, and it does mean quite a bit for both teams. Moving on. Seahawks at the Niners. Let's go and have a look over here. Seattle Seahawks. Is this a meaningful game? You can bet your money this one is. This is a divisional game. In this tight ass race right here. This division is anybody's game. Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco Niners, both have 4 losses. Rams and Seahawks both have 5 losses. This one is tight as shit. This is a super important game. Who am I going to pick though? I'll probably pick the Niners simply because they're at home. I don't think DK is, but DK is back. Oh, alright. DK is back. I don't know how that's going to affect them. How have they been going recently without him? They've lost both of their contests without DK. Was he in this game? Kenneth Walker, he was in this game. So they've lost both games, only managing to score a maximum of 20 points in that time without DK, but he's back. What did they score with DK? 26, 23, 24, 29, 20, 24, 34. And so he adds a few points to their team. So this one is going to be a very tight game. I am, again, going with the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go back to the depth chart. We saw that these guys are fairly healthy on the offense. I'm surprised Tyler Lockett was not utilized a lot more without DK Metcalf in. But that's, I don't know. Defense is looking pretty good. A few people on IR on San Francisco. They're good. They're going to play. This is the same dude. Defense is looking a bit beat up. I'll go San Francisco 49ers here. Wouldn't be surprised if this one goes for the under. Not going to say any more about this game. This one means a lot for both teams though. Oh, the weather. We gotta check the weather. How is the weather? How is the weather in San Fran? Chance of rain, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's probably going to be quite muggy as well. And then there is a 3-mile-an-hour wind. So let's get moving on here. Going with the 49ers. Only 2 more games to pick. And we're just going to click the Texans right there for the Monday game. Cowboys are a shit show. If they're going to be running Cooper Rush, they're probably going to be losing. Cooper Rush for an interception, if you can bet on that. All right, Chiefs, Bills. A lot of people going with the Bills. The Bills at home as well. Let's go and have a look at this one. This one is basically based on health for me. This doesn't really mean much for either team. You know, like they're both crushing their division. This one probably means like if the Chiefs end up losing a couple games here and there. This one means a lot for the Bills. It doesn't mean that much for the Chiefs. This is going to be a tough game for the Chiefs, and maybe it is going to be more of a confidence booster, more of a battle scar for the Chiefs if they win this one. But it is they definitely do not have to win this one out. They can take a week to chill. Not sure if they're gonna, not sure if they wanna. All right, so doesn't matter. This has been the same the last few weeks. When these guys get back, it's going to be even crazier. Defense is so healthy. Holy shit. Buffalo Bills side of the ball. Amari Cooper is questionable. He might be back if he's back. This is questionable. Game time decision probably. That doesn't bode well for these guys. Kincaid is out, so Dawson Knox is going to have to be carrying the brunt of the ball. I'm going to probably say Dawson Knox over in receptions. Knox over receptions. I think that's a fairly safe bet there. I don't know what the over is going to be. And then you can't trust shit on this side of the ball. This is a hopeful pick. It's very likely going to be the Chiefs, though. Very likely going to be the Chiefs. Weather is going to be in Buffalo. A slight chance of rain showers. 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 mile an hour winds. Yeah, I'd still probably take the over for Dawson Knox. All right, last game of the week. We got Bengals at Chargers. This is a very difficult game. Bengals need to win this game. Right now, I believe they're not in a playoff spot. No, they're not, but they're not far off. They need to win this one. The Chargers are in a playoff spot, and they want to keep this shit rolling. This should be a good game to watch as well. The games to watch this week will be this game, this game, this game. I think this will be a good watch. Don't watch this game. I wouldn't watch this game. This is a great watch. I wouldn't watch this game, nor this game, nor this game, nor this game. Probably nor this game. But I'm a Packer fan, so I don't know if I'll watch it. It's 4 a.m. in the morning for me. It's a bit rough. If we get up early, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. I don't want to get up early and be disappointed though. Either way, let's get to our final pick. We got the Bengals. We got the Chargers. Like I said, this means a lot to both teams. Chargers can't afford to lose a game, but you know you don't want to. They have been getting better and better every week with Harbaugh as the coach. Let's go to the depth charts over here. I do believe T. Higgins is back for the Cincinnati Bengals. So, as I have been doing this season, in the Millie bet, we have 1 T. Higgins touchdown. We have 1 Jamar Chase touchdown. You have these 2 guys on your team. It's kind of like having 2 kids or whatever, and you buy one something, and you have to kind of get the other one something as well. So you got to get them both a touchdown, and it's going to happen. This Chargers team has only given up 13 points per game against opponents. Let's have a look at the opponents that they've had to play, though. Not a great offense. Not a great offense. Wasn't a great offense at the time. Just playing to their opponents, so they're not going to put up a whole lot of points. Not the greatest offense at the time. An amazing offense that they held to 17 points. Not a great offense. Not a great offense. Not a great offense. So they have held teams to low scoring, but they also have not been versing teams that have been able to put up points. Whereas these guys have put up 10, put up 25, put up 33, put up 34, put up 38, 17, 21, 17, 41, 34. So they can put points up. I think the Bengals feel it a lot more. I think they understand the urgency of what's going on right here. They know that they really need to fucking put it on. I'm going to go with the Bengals. There's going to be a real serious sense of urgency coming from this team as we move through the second half of the season. If they want to make it to the playoffs, they've got to fucking play. Like I said, they're not in playoff seat right now. They are not far off, but they need to push. They need to push. I really do like this Chargers team. I really do. Anyway, guys, those are the picks. And if we're going to look at the weather, like it means something, we've got, it's going to be 62 degrees Fahrenheit, fairly warm, it's clear, 9 miles per hour, winds, but it's in a dome, so I don't think any of that shit matters. For real, for real, for real. Alright, let's go through these picks. We've got Packers going into Chicago and winning. I do believe there was a stat or something that said there is no one on the Bears roster that has beaten the Packers as a Bear, which is fucking crazy in this kind of rivalry. I think the Packers take this one. Lions defending home against the Jaguars, taking that win. Miami Dolphins also defending home turf against the Raiders, winning that game out. Then we've got the Rams going into New England, taking the dub, trying to make something of this season. We've got the Saints defending home turf against the Browns, trying to do an uppity on this interim head coach bump, trying to get the role for 2 games. Next, we've got the Steelers in a massive AFC battle. This one's divisional, AFC North. It's a huge game. I've got the Steelers here. A lot of people going with the Ravens. This is in Pittsburgh. I'm going to give them the hometown advantage, and I just think they know how to play Lamar. If you've looked at the history of these 2 teams, like, it's been low-scoring affairs. That has been low-scoring affairs. I'm not going to look it up to back it up. Let's look it up. Steelers, Ravens, history. Fuck yeah, football database. What do we got? 17-10, 10-17, 16-13, 16-14, 16-13, 19-20, 14-19. Like the highest. This was probably the only time that it hit the over, and that was back in 2020. This is not going to be a high scoring affair. For some reason in my Millie bet, I've got I do have Russell Wilson to throw 3 touchdowns. This Ravens secondary can get very low effort towards the end of the game. It can get very leaky. Jamar Chase had a massive game against them a few weeks ago, so that's what I'm riding my hopes on. And it was pretty good odds, so I'm going to take it. Moving on. I've got the Titans picked at home against the Vikings for some reason. I think this is more of a wishful pick, but it is a possibility in the upsetty Betty world. Browns is also part of that upsetty Betty world. Raiders as well. And the Pats. Next, we've got the Colts going into New York and beating the Jets. Just don't think the football gods are with the Jets. I think they're being punished for something. Colts, Anthony Richardson hopefully can come away with the win there. Do something electric on the ground. I do have him for a touchdown in the Millie bet. we will be coming up to the bets very shortly, so keep an eye out for that. Next, we've got the Denver Broncos defending home turf against the Falcons. In that game, that means a lot for both teams. This is a huge divisional game. I've got the Niners defending home turf against Seahawks. If it was the other way around, I might pick the Seahawks at home. This one's a huge game for the Bills. They need to take this one. I've got them at home, taking out the Chiefs, being the first team to be able to do it. I think Chiefs win this game. They're just way more healthy right now. Amari Cooper is listed as questionable. If he doesn't play, it's going to be really tough. Really, really tough. You cannot run the ball against this Chiefs team either, so you need all the offensive weapons you can get. And finally, for Sunday football, I've got the Bengals going into Los Angeles and picking up the win there. Like I said, this means a lot for both teams, but I just think the Bengals will be feeling the pressure a whole lot more. T. Higgins is back, so they should be able to score a few more in the air than the Chargers have been taking recently. And then we do our pick, closer to this game, but I've got the Texans anyway. So those are our picks. Let's get to the agenda. All we have to do now is the bets. So week 11 bets. Here's our parlay. Here's our milli bet. Like I said, we've got a lot more money lines in our weekly parlay. But we have taken the handicap for the Detroit versus Jacksonville game. We've got Detroit being favored by 13.5 points, so they have to win by 2 touchdowns or more. I think it is possible. It is a Mac Jones game. Mac Jones is starting for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'd say interception for him as well. Mac Jones int. Mac Jones INT. Next, we've got Green Bay going into Chicago. I've just got Green Bay money line there. Los Angeles Rams at New England. I've got the Rams money line again. Minnesota going into Tennessee. I've got the Minnesota money line right there. Las Vegas Rams at Miami. I've got the under of 43.5. I just don't see Las Vegas scoring that many points. And I don't see Miami being as high-powered an offense as they were last season. They might start figuring it out, but I don't think this is the game to do it. Max Crosby is a fucking animal, and he will be hounding Tua all game. Next, we've got Baltimore at Pittsburgh. I took the under here. Like I said, these have been low-scoring affairs in the recent years. I also do have Russell Wilson 3 passing touchdowns for some fucking reason. These are conflicting bets, but they're not in the same parlay, so it doesn't matter. I've taken the under of 48.5 there in this divisional game. Next, we have Atlanta at Denver. I've got Denver money line here. I think they can win this game. I think they do win this game, which is why I've picked the money line. I'm not fucking with handicaps this week. Seahawks at San Francisco. I've got San Francisco money line. Like I said, this one means a lot for both teams. It's a divisional game. They both want to start standing out from the crowd, but it is such a tight race in that division. So Christian McCaffrey is back. DK Metcalf is back. I'm taking the money line. Can't tell if it's going to be over. Can't tell if it's going to be under. Who knows? I don't. And finally, in this weekly parlay, we do have Cincinnati at Los Angeles Charger. I do have the under of 47.5. The Chargers have not been taking too many points. As we saw before, it says 13.1 points per game scored on them as an average by the opponents, but their opponents have been kind of shitty. They've kind of been shitty offenses. So I do have the under here. I just don't see them scoring a whole lot of points. And I don't know. This one could shit our bet up in the shit. But yeah, I mean, Chargers have only scored about 20 points per game. Either way, let's move on to the milli bet. We're trying to become a millionaire on this channel. If you are not aware or are unfamiliar with the show, what we do is a milli betsy wetsy, and we want to become a millionaire, and we want to do it the easy way. So this is about $100,000 odd bet. All you need to do is throw $10 on there. and it should net you close to $1 million. So let's go. We've got the Detroit Lions team over of 30.5 points. That means they need to score 31 points in the game to get this leg to go up. Then we have Josh Jacobs scoring 2+ touchdowns. We've got Kyron Williams also for 2+ touchdowns. That one's a bit shaky for me. We've got Ramondre Stevenson, 1+ touchdown. Anthony Richardson also getting a touchdown. That is either rushing or receiving. We've got Lamar Jackson also getting 1 touchdown. That is rushing or receiving. We've got George Pickens getting a touchdown. We've got Russell Wilson throwing 3 passing touchdowns. Like I said, that Baltimore secondary is fucking leaky. They got a good roster, but man, they can be leaky, man. And then I got Bo Nix for 1 touchdown. That is receiving or rushing. I got Jamar Chase for a touchdown, and I have T. Higgins returning and catching a touchdown. That's the Millie Bet, guys. That's the show for this week. Hope you enjoy the Sunday football games. I will see you just after that, doing a wrap up, and hopefully cheering that the Millie Bet has fucking come through this time round. As I think it will. We got a pretty good chance. I'm really liking these chances this week. I know I always do. Sometimes there are a few legs that I'm a bit iffy on, but I'm actually feeling good about most of this. The Kyron Williams is the one that I'm a bit waffly on. Ramondre Stevenson broke his streak of getting a touchdown every week, so that one's another one I'm iffy on. But the rest I'm fucking confident, people. Anyway, that was the Shaun Show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please sub to the channel, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I can do better. Let me know if you want to help out. I am so much better when I've got somebody to bounce off. And yeah, if there's any segments you want to see, let me know. I'll talk about them. We'll figure it out. That was the Shaun Show. I'll be back in like 2 days. Enjoy the games. Take care of yourself. And peace out.